Hello, welcome to the Mustang Messenger. My name is Grace Schlafer. I am a senior and editor, and I'm here with
Jennifer Fu, a writer and a sophomore for the Mustang Messenger.
and we're going to be talking about the Miss College scandals that have been coming out in the past week. So it has since been revealed by the U.S. Attorney in the District of Massachusetts that 50 people have been charged in federal court with conspiring to gain admission for high school students into several top universities and colleges around the nation. These people have been listed to include celebrities, executives in many different industries like law firms, doctors, investment and management companies, and it's been a very, very touchy situation lately.
It's a big scandal, yeah.
Mm-hmm. The alleged scheme has been nicknamed the name Operation Varsity Blues, and has been ongoing reporting for several years, dating back to 2011, which is just astonishing.
Yeah.
And it has now been reported that the FBI and the Justice Department have investigated these allegations for about over a year now. These allegations are very varying depending on the cases. The allegations include bribing college entrance exam officials to facilitate cheating on college admissions, such as the SAT and ACT, bribing coaches and administrators to recruit students who are not athletes as athletes to get into schools, and also using charitable organizations to conceal bribery payments for a miss of many things. These reports have been up to $6.5 million, parents paying up to $6.5 million for their children to be admitted to these schools. Such schools have been reported include Georgetown University, Harvard, Yale, USC, UCLA.
The big one is the USC scandal.
And University of Texas at Austin and Wake Forest. These are just some schools that have been, amidst the allegations
Yeah.
Stanford. And it's not completely sure as to if these schools are directly involved in these or if they indirectly involved, but, they all have to learn how to handle the situation. Amidst one of the biggest accusations have been actress Laura Lohan, popular for her roles in Hallmark's When Calls the Heart, Garage Sale Mysteries, and Netflix's Fuller House, which is a spin-off series of Full House. She and her husband Massimo Giuliani and their two daughters, her and her husband have allegedly paid bribes totaling up to $500,000 to recruit their two daughters, Olivia J. Giuliani and Isabella Rose Giuliani, as part of University in Southern California's USC crew team. They have been reported to have been photoshopping and creating a fake crew team for their daughters to be on, so
they can pose. To be
being athletes to basically get an entrance into college. It has since been reported that Lohan and Giuliani are on $1 million bond each, and they have not entered a plea yet. And they have been charged. Lohan has been charged with conspiring to commit mail fraud and honest services fraud, and their court date is supposed to be. Their court date is to be on March 29th in Boston. So amongst the scandal, one of the major outcries is against Olivia J., Lohan's daughter, who is a very popular social influencer. I think she has over 2 million followers on Instagram. And
yeah, she's a big deal on YouTube. She's friends with David Dobrik from the Vlog Squad. I think she's an honorary member of that.
Yeah, so she's someone who has a lot of influence.
Yeah, because she's using that influence to paint a picture that she's a good college student. So I guess this is why it's very shocking.
She's portrayed herself to be a very moral, very well-endeavored, very smart person. But amidst these allegations have come out, she's lost many brand deals. So she
and I also think she lost a little bit of her following too.
She's gotten a lot of hate for it.
Yeah.
But she was in part of a lot of brands such as Amazon, HP. She's worked with Lulu's, which is a clothing company, and Princess Polly, which is another clothing company. She's also worked in a collaboration with Sephora and creating her own makeup line, and also Tresemme. Sephora,
she's done a lot.
Yeah. She has made herself a really nice career, and it has been since reported that Sephora and TRESemmé have dropped her as of these allegations have come out. It is not sure whether the other companies, major companies, as she is an Amazon ambassador, are planning what they're planning to do with her in the future, but it has since been reported by a couple companies who created statements saying that they will no longer foresee working with her.
Yeah.
As for her mother, Laura Lohan, her series on Hallmark and Netflix has been disclosed as they have resigned their contracts with her. All right. So just talking a little bit about the scandal, it has hit many people hard. I think many nerves have been struck really deep, as college is really competitive to get into, as we all know, and it's just very, very high struck to get in college.
Yeah, it's a high stake thing.
It's people spend their whole lives, all of their childhood working really hard just to make something for themselves, and to be able to even just to get into college. And I think people just see this as the upper class taking advantage of, their
like situation and their wealth. They're just using it for like not a good deed that's going on.
Well, we all know that college scandals like this have been happening, since the beginning of time. We can all say that, like wealthy parents are going to do what it takes to get their kids into school. But I think the bigger problem with this situation is that, amidst all of this is that
it's like really
it's these kids didn't have a work ethic to even get into school. It just what angers people, It's like it wasn't out of love. It was sort of, I want my kids just to go to college kind of thing.
And it was like I don't think they had a moral standard either to actually think they were doing this is wrong. Like, I just want my child to have the best thing because I have the money for it. So it's kind of disappointing just to see the these celebrities that we've maybe looked up to in Full House in the 90s and so on, and we just find them
doing stuff like this, and it's very just distraught, and it's just a major shock. And it's also since been reported that Olivia Jade and her sister Isabella Rose will not be going back or attending USC once classes open up. When the Miss scandal broke out, Olivia Jade was on a yacht on spring break. So she was forced to go home and have to deal with the situation. She's been receiving a ton of hate, Which,
but I think that that portrays how much privilege she had and will probably continue maybe to have. So
she has disabled all of her comments and has totally gone off the Richter when it comes to her social platforms recently, and rightly so. She should honestly, have a wake up check.
Yeah. So, but the thing is, what I think is, should she deserve all this public shaming and humiliation just because her parents forced her to be in college to because
she did have a career in acting, but many reports and many comments have now pointed to Olivia, saying that in many of her vlogs she's even stated that she didn't even want to go to school, and that she was only there to party and to have game days and have that college just experience, and I think that has a lot of people turning their heads to her, saying okay, you didn't want to go to college, why didn't you just say no? Or why didn't you just make the best out of your situation, saying that you had seeing that you did have the opportunity to go, as many people don't.
She definitely didn't need to go.
And so what, you don't like school, she wasn't even at school. It was been reported maybe a 2/3 out of the whole year this year. She was an incoming freshman at University of Southern California, and she was very active in her still modeling and acting career, going off to New York and wherever to do business meetings with all these companies and modeling agencies and stuff like that. So it's been reported that she just doesn't care.
And speaking of that, do you think this whole entire scandal will change any laws or the process of admissions to these top elite schools?
Most likely not. With these situations, it's been reported that several schools have to deal with these cases individually, as applicants now are now being questioned as to whether their true intentions of going to the school, or their test grades are actually accurate. So it's just a big thing for every school now. Some schools such as Georgetown University and other administrations like UT have to relook at their staff, even administrators and officials that allowed this to happen for so long. And it's just a whole idea of
I think they're gonna have
deal with all the
to have
corruption.
like a new screening process for the employees.
There's
And yeah,
definitely a new system that needs to be in place for this.
yeah, but like the college admissions process is so vague sometimes too, and it's like so hard to know what's like real or what's fake, because these like you said, like have you said the other actress like paid someone to take her daughter's SAT scores. Like
Felicity Huffman from Desperate Housewives has been confirmed to be part of the mass scandal, and she made false charitable donations up to $15,000 to Key Worldwide, a foundation that was run by this guy. His name is, I believe, Ryan Singer, who's been a part of these allegations as well, as he has helped over 700 clients with cheating on these college entrance exam tests. So her daughter, Sophia Grace Macy, has been reported to have like a score of like 1,000 on like her PSAT, and after she was helped out, her score went up like 400, 500 points. That's like a super score, 1400s, 1500s. That's Ivy League material, which fully was not deserved.
It's like
at all.
suspicious, definitely. Like
it definitely raises eyebrows at.
But maybe with hard work, and if they had work ethic, maybe they could jump there.
My thing is, why didn't they use all the money they paid for these things to get their kids tutors and to educate their kids, rather than just almost taking the easy way out,
Yeah, it's because I don't think they had the right type of parenting that most like middle class parents would have technically, because they can just buy their way out. Like they can buy their way in anything. That's how their lives have been like done since.
Yeah, they've been basically done for them. It's been reported that also Olivia Jade did not even touch her college admission applications. It was all done by her parents, and it's just another thing too that
it infuriates.
It's both faults I see on both sides. Yes, your parents should not have done that, and maybe you should have stuck up and said something if you knew it was wrong. That moves us to the situation now that colleges have to face, where they have to look at these cases individually. So USC has reported that they are looking at all of these cases individually, and before deciding what to do or what further consequences will have for these applicants that have come in and been accepted into the school, and freezing certain transcripts and certain new applicants, slowing all the application processes now, as it is college season for many seniors.
I think that's why it's also pretty big, because it's college season right now, and you don't know whether you're gonna get like accepted or rejected just because someone took your spot or anything. It's really tough to get into these colleges too, because they're really selective, and anyone would pay. Like if anyone could like just get in, it would be a miracle. Like
it's even hard here at Cy Ranch, being a very competitive school, to get into the top of our class, let alone look at Ivy League schools.
GPA game really early, and you just like,
never know. So this in turn affects everyone, I believe, as
even like the academic people here, like they could lose their like
positions at colleges over this, because other people obviously have been taking them that don't deserve them.
But like, do you think that they do deserve it though? Like, even without all this buying college spots, like do you think they could get in? Like,
it was obvious that they both did not even want to go to college to get a degree. So I don't think if you even had the will to do any of that, you most certainly don't deserve to have a position at a university to further studies that you're not even interested in.
And it's hard for everyone, and the students here, they're trying their best, especially with extracurriculars.
You have to be a well-rounded student. That's part of the college admission process, so it just makes it harder for everyone else. Just because one or a couple people a percentage of the population decided to take the easy way out. That's how I see it. Instead of, working hard, motivating yourself to be a better student, a better person,
Yeah, it's really hard. And for like an incoming like applyee to all these colleges, it just feels like there's
it's just
no
so
meaning.
much harder.
Yeah, there's like so many more obstacles you have to go through just because you're not wealthy enough, or maybe you're like low income. It's not really fair to any of these people. Like,
I'm pretty sure as more information does come out, though, we'll find out what new implementations will be in place, even by Congress or, other universities when it comes to this. But it has since been known far that no student has been charged with any of these allegations, as they are still now just being investigated. And amidst all this, the public domain obviously has its opinions on what to do with the situation. And as I think, receive more information about what is happening, we'll further,
I think this is very one-sided, though, because everyone believes this is wrong. There's no right or wrong. This is just, this is not...
It's obviously, it's imperative that there has to be a solution, because this, obviously cannot continue, as it takes up spots from people who probably, well-deserved
them. People here probably deserve the spot at Stanford or Yale or something more than those.
And probably didn't get it because, someone took that place that had their parents pay for it.
I've known people who are like really stressed out about this too. And like as a senior, how would you feel if you just like heard this?
If I found out I didn't get accepted into school because someone took my position, I would feel very distraught, honestly. I would feel, it's just, it makes college that much not more worth it. It's just so hard.
Yeah, there's been like a debate if you really need college too. And college is very important, but there's like
it just makes you question the system even more as to,
and there's like a
really
status thing, obviously, but I think
it just really shows how the upper class really uses their advantages to enhance their lifestyle or, what they want over what other people have. And with that, I think we should end our podcast.
Okay, let's end it.